Hello and welcome to Health Professional Radio for this Health Supplier segment. I'm your host, Neal Howard. Thank you so much for joining us today. Our guest in studio is Marcia Deutsch, and she's a representative of a company that's been, well, the gold standard, the leader in automated semen analysis and an established manufacturer of commercial-grade automated semen analyzers for at least the past 20 years. She's here today to discuss a brand new product that has been launched called Yo. Welcome to the program, Marcia.
Thank you, Neal.
Now, how are you involved in this company?
Actually, my husband and I own the company, and I'm the CEO. I handle the R&D, clinical, and marketing.
Great. Now, this company has been in existence for more than 20 years?
That's correct.
And you've always been involved in sperm analysis, or are there other reproductive products that you're involved in as well?
I'm involved in the sperm analysis. That's what our focus is of this company. Okay. Prior to this, I was involved in another company that I ran by myself, and that was a medical auditing company. I'm actually a nurse by training, and so, yep, sperm's my business right now.
You know, my mom was a nurse. My daughter-in-law is a nurse. My sister's a doctor. So as a nurse, I say thank you for your service, just like folks thank me for being a veteran, because
thank you.
I definitely know what how important you are as the first line of defense. Now,
and you are as well. Believe me, veterans.
Now, this new product called Yo, it's a huge innovation in that it uses smartphone technology in order to test male, I guess, the sperm count. Is that what we're talking about here?
Yes. What it does is it uses the platform of the smartphone, which is like a mini computer, and that's required to run the algorithms to measure motile sperm concentration. Also, the platform is excellent because you can see a video on the smartphone screen. So, right, the guys, that's exactly what they say. We've tested about 450 guys, and that's what we get as a wow factor when they first see their video. Then they also get a value which shows them whether it's low or moderate to normal. So they both get this result and they get the video.
Wow, it's incredible. An actual video. Now, is this is it an animated video that is a representation of motile mobility, or is it actual video footage?
That's a really good question. It is actual video footage, and what it does is, again, going back to the smartphone technology, we use the video in the smartphone. What happens is a little clip, which is like a mini microscope, slides over the top of your phone, and it uses the light source and the video camera of your phone, plus all the electronics inside the clip, and you get a really good image of your sperm swimming. And
in the past, what was the I guess the normal method via electronics?
Okay, there's a couple of things. There's the microscope. That's historically been, the gold standard for laboratory testing, as you know. And then, 20 years ago, we came out with automated semen analyzers, and these are large devices which go into laboratories, and we have a presence worldwide. And those analyzers are complex, and they're run by professionals. So 4 years ago, we were asked, and the market was asking for, a home test, and we looked around, and what was available on the market were tests that were basically chemical or reagent tests to use in your home. They were complex, and they really provided just the answer to your sperm count. And from our knowledge of semen analysis, it takes a moving sperm to fertilize an egg in normal conception. So we wanted to come up with something different. And we used our know-how and smartphone technology, which was becoming more and more commonplace, and people are relying on it. And it took us 4 years to develop Yo.
When you're talking about the importance of determining moving sperm, in the past, once the sperm count was determined, are you talking about the sperm count of cells, whether viable, moving, or not? Is that the key factor that makes this innovation such a groundbreaking thing?
Yes, exactly right. You could have a count of, let's say, 100 million cells, and most of them could be dead. All of them could be dead. Also, during the testing of sperm, if you don't follow certain guidelines, the sperm die. I mean, sperm are little, moving wigglers, and you have to be careful. So, with our product, you are actually looking at the moving sperm, and not just looking; it's analyzing the number of moving sperm in your sample.
Talk about how this product greatly diminishes, I guess, the hit and miss and the time that it takes when trying to have a child.
Well, here's the thing. Fertility issues are, they're not always the woman's fault, they're not always the men's fault, and sometimes they can be a combination of, a man and a woman who are just not compatible in that way. So what this does is it allows the men or the couple, to actually see the fertility potential of the male. And this is an important thing to be done in your home, as well as if you come out with a low reading, you can go to the doctor. The way of testing men presently is typically done through a urology office, or this is awful, an OBGYN office. And he sits there and he waits for his name to be called, and it's very embarrassing and anxiety producing. In this way, he can get a very good indication of his fertility potential, in the comfort of his home.
You talked about products in the past being a little bit complicated to be used at home, as opposed to what we're discussing right now. When it comes to home use, is it as user friendly as it seems to be on the surface? How much training does your company provide for the Yo user?
Well, this was our biggest challenge, Neal. To make a app that somebody could follow who had no experience in the lab was a real challenge. What is required is you have to, of course, collect your sample, and you have to prepare a slide, and that slide has to go into the Yo clip. Now, that slide took us a year to build, or to design, and the reason for that is we wanted something that you could just place a drop of the sample on, and it would automatically load the slide. So how we've addressed this with Yo is we have animations on the app that are really cute. We have some humor in there because this is an anxiety-producing test. Yes, and we have simple check-off instructions, and we've tested it thoroughly, which is good feedback for us. We actually made changes after FDA trials, and to make it a little bit more reliable and a little bit more flow a little bit better for the public use. And we tested all kinds of people, even women, tested it to see how it would flow, and gave us good feedback.
Now, here's the question.
Yeah.
Is it seamless across all operating systems when it comes to the smartphone?
This is really a good question, too. This was another challenge of ours. We are coming out with a universal clip, which means that it'll fit on just about any phone. Currently, we have Galaxy and iPhone-related clips. So that is a good question. The software is universal. The app, not universal. You have to download it per your phone, but it is the same. It's just adapted to the phone. But the clips do need to be phone-dependent, correct?
So where can our listeners go online and get more information about Yo?
You can go to www.yospermtest.com.
Great. It's been a pleasure talking with you today, Marcia.
Thank you. It was really fun.
Thank you. You've been listening to Health Professional Radio. I'm your host, Neal Howard, in studio with Marcia Deutsch. She has been with us talking about Yo. Yo is a home sperm test, the first home male fertility test kit powered by a smartphone platform and supported by an interactive app experience, complete with sperm education, animations, and sperm trivia as well. Transcripts and audio of this program are available at healthprofessionalradio.com.au and also at hpr.fm.